perimenopause is a hormonal thing. It's a hormone. As the hormones are dropping in your body in estrogen, you start to experience these symptoms of perimenopause. However, our hormone system isn't separate. We haven't got a pregnancy hormone system, and then another hormone system for controlling something else, like for stress. They're all the same. They're all one system. And essentially, they're the chemical messengers in our bodies that help us make decisions. The way our body works is based on the chemical messengers. So one of the issues is it's not just estrogen released from our ovaries. It's actually released from the fat that we tend to lay around, the adipose fat that we tend to lay around our bellies in perimenopause. It's also released from the adrenal glands. So one of the things that can really affect how deeply you experience perimenopause symptoms is the level of stress. If your adrenal glands, which are the ones that release cortisol when you're stressed, so if you can imagine feeling really scared of something and you'll get that sensation of maybe a butterfly in your stomach and things like that, that's a high level of stress that you're really aware of. But actually, everyday life causes us stress, and that stress system was designed to keep us alive. It's the system that goes fight, flight, freeze, run away, fight for your life, or hide, pretend you're not there, and play dead. And so it's designed in a way to protect us from that. And when you're actually trying to fight for your life, it doesn't matter whether your estrogen levels are okay, whether your stomach's working. All that matters is your legs work and your brain can keep you safe. That's literally it. That's all that matters. So when we're stressed, the system is still in that. It doesn't know that the stress is actually just life. It's just the government giving you 2 hours notice of what you've got to do the following day. It doesn't know that. It just knows that it needs to release cortisol, so it releases cortisol, and when it does that, it's not releasing estrogen. And if it's not releasing estrogen, then we suffer the symptoms of perimenopause, because it takes time for our body to get used to different levels of estrogen and to adapt its systems. The brain needs estrogen to function properly. All of our organs need estrogen to function properly because it's all interlinked. And it takes time for a new balance, it's called homeostasis, that new balance to arrive. And when we throw stress in there, one of the body's main ways of developing estrogen is through our adrenal glands. And we've just stopped it doing that because it's too busy releasing cortisol. So stress is a big thing, but also our diet, because our diet creates stress. So, for example, if you eat a diet that's heavy in carbohydrates, simple carbohydrates, during perimenopause, we are less able to manage our sugar levels. We're also less able to manage alcohol and all sorts of other things, but sugar levels. And so if we eat something, if we eat heavy levels of sugar or pasta or potato, those sorts of things, if we don't eat them as complex carbs, so we don't have the brown rice, the brown pasta, or we eat very simple refined sugars, the sugar levels in our system go up. As they go up and they go to this kind of peak, cortisol goes, oh yeah, I need to stimulate the pancreas to release insulin because that sugar level's too high. So note, I said the adrenal glands do that. So they're not releasing estrogen at this point. So they flush the body with insulin, and then it goes down the other end. So imagine a big wave on the sea. First of all, you're at the top of it, and then you're at the bottom, and your body goes, oh, I haven't got enough sugar now. So I need to release glycogen so that I can get more sugar into the body. And so you kind of going back up again. So, but all of this is stress. This is stress when you're at the top. This is stress when you're at the bottom. So all the time, your body's releasing cortisol and stressing rather than releasing estrogen. So diet and stress, if you're going to do two things to help relieve your symptoms, those are the two things you should do first.